Hello everyone, and welcome to Anime-chan. Today I'm going to be reviewing Jujutsu Kaisen episode 22 and episode 23 because last week I didn't record, so this week I did both episodes, okay? And first, how this is going to work, first we'll be discussing the origin of blind obedience. I'll recap what happened in the episode, share my thoughts and my notes, and then I will score the episode and look at manga panels. After that, we'll do episode 23, recap the episode, talk about my opinions, score the episode, look at the manga panels. So yeah, that's how it's going to work. Who is going to be sticking around for the review and sharing their thoughts with us? I just want to give some shout outs. And also I want to make my notes clear about what is what, so that I don't get confused. Wow, this is a really dark highlighter. Okay, Dark Shadow, Matty, Cherry, Elizabeth, Tiago. Life with cats means never having a closed door. Yeah, that is true. Very true. Except the house doors, because I don't like them going outside whenever they want. I have to be able to know where they are and take a look at them every 5 minutes. King Blackblaze says, well, hello there. Vasilij, Sotos, Michael, and Hunter. Did I say Rich Donut? I think that's more or less everyone. But let's get started with the discussion on episode 22, the origin of obedience. That is the origin of blind obedience. That is an interesting topic. I don't really understand how it links to the content of the episode. Although it might be... Does anyone have a theory on that? This was a... I'm going to get to it. But this was a dark as fuck scene. Like this, just seeing this, it was, that was probably the worst. But anyway, let's recap what happened. There is a new mission that they were put on, but at first they didn't know how bad it is. I guess because later in the episode it gets put to a higher level or something, and they were supposed to be taken off. But then because of Megumi's sister's involvement in the whole curse, he decided to go anyway, or be trying to someone please help me. Exercise. Execute, extinguish, exorcise. Fuck. All these X's. The origin part throws me. I think it was just their way of saying these episodes go well together. The origin of blind obedience and the origin of blind obedience 2. Oh yeah, both are called The Origin of Blind Obedience. Wow, these were the perfect 2 episodes to watch together. I like it when things work out that way. I realized in, I think this episode and the next one, I realized again, because I'm pretty sure I've said this before, I'm pretty sad that I didn't start notes for this show. The blind obedience part might have to do with Megumi's tendency to be reserved. Blind obedience. Yeah, because we did, in these 2 episodes, we did learn a little bit more about Megumi, so it could definitely be referring to him. Blind obedience? We don't know what he is blindly obedient to. I didn't feel like that was the vibe I got, but I mean, we know so little about him, as it was pointed out in the episode. So, okay, they went to his school to figure out how these deaths were linked. Found out about the bridge. found out about Megumi and him beating up delinquents. This was, I have this tagged, wait, because I think it was a very important scene, and it was very difficult for me to concentrate on the conversation after seeing. But yeah, I feel like I want to read this again. When they have cursed objects like these, who's they? Why don't they destroy them? Oh, this was what they stole from during the inter-school attack, right? So they stole this. Why don't they destroy them? And he said, not when it comes to special grades. So they use a pact to put their life on pause and prevent harm to others, preserving their existence. But why? Sukuna's fingers cause harm, though. That's an exception because of maybe the amount of cursed energy. It's a monster that still attracts curses over time, and because of that, it can choose a vessel. Then anyone works for these, and then he fed it to someone. I don't even know who this is, but this was just horrifying to see. And we know that he could only see the other guy, but not him. So like, oof. He still can't see me even at this point, and then he fed it to him, and oh, that was terrible, 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 terrible. Okay, and then they got to the bridge, and they couldn't find anything, but this girl came to give them more information and said that she went with his sister. So his sister, who is already cursed, has an overlapping curse, which is this, and he wanted to exercise it as fast as possible because he doesn't know when his sister could die. Okay, they were obviously trying to lighten up the mood for these two so that they wouldn't be too scared, but luckily she was saved at the end. The visuals over here was pretty amazing. I thought this was beautifully done. So there's no point staying nearby and protecting them because it's a curse that happens from the inside. So no one, even if someone was around to protect you, attacks you from the inside, I guess. That visual right there that I just showed you, it gives me a similar feeling to when we see his sister lying on the ground. Hey, is anyone still here? I feel like the stream is maybe dead. Because that just went down to 1,000. Which is weird. Okay, no, it's good. Everyone says yes. So, the picture of his sister lying on the ground was also really like that. The whole redness, it's almost kind of like, it felt like, you know, in some anime when a past story is being told, like some kind of folk lore, and then it has these still images. It felt like that, and it was, yeah, really good. I like it. So he tried to push them away and go by himself, but great friends as they are, they chose to stay, and he told them that his sister is bedridden. He has a really pretty sister, holy crap. We don't know anything about the curse that keeps her bedridden, though. But damn, look at these visuals. So freaking pretty. I'm going to screenshot some stuff. Let's start with this one. That looks so freaking pretty. But it's not only this, even all the other visuals of the episode just looked really good to me because it fit the mood. Except these two sometimes. They totally break the mood. But not in a bad way. At least here. Look at these purple. This to me was really amazing about the barrier because it's not something that's just made up for this story. It's actually linked to real, I don't know how to say this, real theories or real Japanese lore, because in like I said, Spirited Away, the girl in that also crosses over a river, which means symbolizes crossing the barrier, and then she gets like transported to the spirit world in a way, or spirit dimension. Can't believe I called this thing a ditto. That's hilarious. Okay, he took on that one, and then at the end, they didn't really like the gyoza. Shame, but they didn't want to say anything. So funny. You could say she gets spirited away. Indeed. I've seen it in a few other anime crossing over a body of water. Both superstition and the mythology. I like the part where he is so caught up in his thoughts he didn't sense them behind him. Oh yeah, I was confused for a split second there, because I didn't realize they said the same thing that they had said earlier, so I thought maybe it was like a flashback. I didn't, but then I realized, oh, they're here. That's pretty cool. I just want to read some comments. But the first two comments are deleted. I guess they were spoilers. This comment has been removed. This comment has been removed. Season 2 will be crazy. I don't know why, but Yuji, Megumi, and Nobara's relationship really reminds me of Harry, Ron, and Hermione. So inclusive and protective towards each other. Love them. I wouldn't say it reminds me of Harry, Ron, and Hermione, just the fact that it's two boys and one girl, but I mean, lots of... Yeah, Crunchyroll removes spoilers if people don't spoiler mark them, as far as I know. You just have to report them. Why else would those be removed? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I can report. Let me see here. Reason for report. Well, you can, I guess, but season's nearly over. What am I gonna do on Fridays now? Hoi baka a baka b, my favorite line. That was hilarious. The comedy in this episode was good. It was well balanced with the dark, but it wasn't overdone, and it was only for this episode because the next one I wouldn't have liked if there was the kind of comedy that was in this episode. I wouldn't have liked if it was in episode 23. It fit with this episode. I agree with Blackblade. I would like if in the future, and I'm sure it's going to happen, just like we're getting to know a little bit more about Megumi, I hope that we do get to know more about Nobara and get some episodes focusing on her as well. I like the visuals where Megumi got scared when he heard about his sister. At first, he was so oddly calm, yes, because he was thinking of keeping them calm, but on the inside, he was freaking out. And yes, also how Yuji sensed it as an amazing friend that he is. Note to self, stay away from auto-locking doors. Okay, that's enough comments for now. On the Crunchyroll page, the origin of blind obedience could also refer to the two cursed brothers. We barely saw anything from their interactions with Mahito, but at least the younger brother kinda just did what Mahito told him. So it could be something about that. I feel like that was such a small portion of the episode though. Why would they name two episodes that heavily focus on Megumi? Why would the two titles be about some random, like, I don't know, it just feels a little bit... My guess would... I'm not saying it's impossible, I'm just guessing that if they're gonna... A title of an episode is very important to me. Except, I guess, in some One Piece episodes. I feel like they do this. I mean, it's not impossible, like I said. In One Piece, they often use the smallest piece of an episode and just title it that, which has nothing to do with what happened in the episode. But I agree with Cherry. Considering the title, I feel like it might hint on something that happens later. But, like, we'll understand it eventually when we look back on these episodes. But I just feel like it's bigger than, you know, the curses. These curses. If that was the case, then the next episode should have the same title. Like, The Origin of Blind Obedience 3. So small portion and kind of obvious. I feel like I don't think there was a chance that curses like that wouldn't listen to their master. Yeah, I think it's something that we might only understand later once we understand more about Megumi. But I'm guessing it's about Megumi because of how these two episodes gave us more information on who he is. A little, you know? The origin of blind obedience. So the origin referring to learning more, the fact that he has a sister, and then in the next episode seeing, but I don't know. Doesn't help to muse about it too much now, considering we were only, you know, told this much. I'm going to score the episode. I only wrote the notes about crossing a river or border, having a sister and she's bedridden, so there's another curse. I wrote down to reread the discussion or the text between Mahito and the other guy. Can someone remind me of his name? I agree, Katie, and Megumi's sister is still cursed. I don't think it'll be resolved in the next episode. Yeah. Blind obedience. Let me quickly Google that phrase. Blind obedience meaning? The discipline of psychology teaches us that blind obedience is a behavior whereby people do as they are told without thinking for themselves on whether what they hear is true or whether they should obey orders. So it's like a psychological thing. Blind obedience is a sure sign of trouble. The likelihood of religion becoming evil is greatly diminished when there is freedom for individual thinking and when honest inquiry is encouraged. Here's another interesting thought. Obedience is not necessarily a bad thing. Maintain social order by complying with orders, e.g. wearing a school uniform, stopping at the red light. However, some obedience can be considered bad because it may harm another person, and blind obedience occurs when we comply with the orders of an authority figure without question. So it might have something to do with Megumi not being able to, like, he snapped in episode 23, so maybe it has something to do with, I don't know. But these are interesting things to think about. The origin of blind obedience. So maybe we don't know who is being blindly obedient, but the fact that we got in these two episodes a little bit more information about Megumi's origin, maybe it has to do with his psyche. Maybe he's being, because there was stuff that he said in the next episode that, oh, wait, where's that image? Oh, damn it, where's that image? Oh, look at that. Sorry, it's so cute. It could be tied in with the baseball metaphor. Yes, that's what I was trying to get at. Like in baseball, you lay down a sacrifice bunt because you are instructed to. Everyone wants to swing for the home run, but you bunt because you're expected to. It's good for the team. Megumi has always been the obedient bunter, but he needs to swing for the home run because Jujutsu, whatever, is an independent sport, not a team sport. So maybe yeah, I'm guessing that could be. Maybe he just obeyed what he had to do and not bring out his best. Fuck red lights. If there is no car coming, I'm not stopping unless a kid is watching. In South Africa at night, you're also told not to stop at the red lights and stop signs unless there's another car because of how dangerous it is. So we also do not stop in at night. That could be Vert when he used his domain expansion was the home run swing. Okay, so that's an interesting thought. Let's quickly, because we're talking already a lot about the next episode, I want to score this one so that we can get to part 2 or episode 2 of today. Okay, episode 22. Episode 23. Start here. I would say that episode 22 set a very good foundation for episode 23. I'm really glad that I got to watch these two together. So in terms of story, I would say, and I'm gonna give it an 8. It's probably leaning more or going up a bit like 8.1 or 8.2, because what I liked as well was the underlying, like it has this nice dark tone to it and some depths. It's not just a side story that's happening, it's linked to one of the main characters. So I think it was very good in that sense. Leaning towards an 8.5 probably, but I'm just gonna give it an 8 for now because, you know, the next one really built on top of that. So I'm gonna give the next one a better score, I'm sure. Didn't he say that? It made the curse jump back. I did remember that when he jumped back. Characters, I would say 8.5 for episode 22. Visuals, definitely an 8.5, leaning towards a 9. So I'm going to give it 8.8. Audio, 8.5. And enjoyment, let me see the end. How did it end again? I'm gonna say 8.3 or 8.4. What did you guys score this episode? Vasilisk says an 8.4 for me. Enjoyment. It's definitely an 8, but not just an 8. I'm going to give it 8.3. That gives us an overall 8.4 as well. Cherry says it was a 9 out of 10. It was easy to see this was a setup episode, and for what it was, it set up the foundation really well. I also like the expressions and little piece informations here and there. Only thing I criticize is the comedy. Sometimes it felt forced, but that's just me. Yes, I agree with you like 100% there. I like the comedy, especially considering it was a setup episode, so I didn't disrupt things too much. But like sometimes it's like it goes a bit overboard with the expressions. Like here, the second time, wait, not this. This happened twice. And it's funny the first time, but then again, sometimes it feels like a little bit much. But I still liked it. You know, it's just like, I don't know. Another place that felt odd was after this. I remember like I was feeling like dark. And then somewhere here there was another joke. I think it was this. And then I felt like, oh, not the time or place, you know? Like, I was still reeling kind of about that whole freaking, the guy who was hanging naked from a wall and was forced to become a monster after a cursed object was pushed down his throat. And then I don't know, yeah, I get what you're saying there. The comedy did kind of, like, that happened, and then this was really well done with how scared she was feeling, and this woman trying to keep it lighter. But the kind of little bit of comedy here, it was like in between these serious things. There it didn't bother me as much, but in between and after that, I just felt this felt to me a bit off. Matt gives it an 8.2. Darkshooter gives it an 8.5. Vert, an 8. A solid workman-like episode. It does the job, but the meat is in the next episode. I get that. Hunter. Okay, Hunter's score there is for episode 23. Michael says, I thought the website was glitching when I read that scene in the manga. The same joke happening twice. Sortus gives it also an 8.5, and Cherry says, yes, that's exactly the part that I didn't like much. That, like, they forced a little bit of comedy in there. That was a bit much. Seems like the average score of everyone, at least in the chat, is about 8.4-ish, 8.3-ish, because we have an 8, we have a 9, 8.2, 8.5, 8.4, 8.5. So yeah, seems like because I usually see, or I find the average score very interesting. Jujutsu Kaisen as a whole has an average score of 86%, with quite a lot of 9s, 9 being the most scored. Oh, you can't see, wait. 9 being what the biggest number of people give it. Not, can I say the most people, because the most people give it 9, even though I don't know if that's the right word, but 9 is the most scored. But then you also have your people that gives it 1s, 2s, and 3s, which I never understand, really, especially in a show like this. I mean, what? You're trying to bring the score down. But to each their own. So I think the average score, if people really shared what they actually felt, the average score for the show would probably be around 9. But yeah, it's brought down a lot. But anyway, for this episode 22, it's what was I saying? Around 8.3, 8.4, based on everyone in the chat. Let's, however, look at the manga panels. Basic chat. After this, I'm going to eat something. I am hungry. 2 chapters in episode 22, Jujutsu Kaisen 56. I'll send the panels of episode 23 once you have watched 22, okay? So let's take a look here. Sent to us by Sogekingu. Ugh, this shame, that guy's face. Hey there, sorry to bother you so early in the morning, but do you think you could run some errands for me? What did the visual look like? I'm sorry to ask you now for it, but I can actually check on my phone if you can tell me what page. But the visual of the guy against the wall, I was curious to see that in the manga. Ooh, I love this. With the dark, whatever this is. And this kind of, it looks almost like Koki. And I don't know, but I really like this. Hey there, sorry to bother you, but do you think you could run some errands for me? So this is, what is this like? This is the same, but it's like different. But look at the blood running down his face. Oh, and in between its teeth. You have the color version of that page below. I'll take a look now. Yeah, this looks like the title page. So that's probably... Oh, but... That looks gross. Okay, page 3. Wow, this looks cool. This is a double page, right? Crossing a river and the barriers, just that act alone has significant meaning in Jujutsu. This looked pretty amazing in the anime in comparison. It looks really good here in the manga, but them crossing the border, I really like that whole sequence a lot in the anime. There it is. This could be fun. Look at this grumpy face. Look at you grumpy face. I always want to see the world burn, says Tiago. Now, ooh, and then that thing came from behind. Gah. Damn, this part just can't, I think, measure up to the anime because with the sound effects and the colors, it just really worked well in the anime, this part. Here's the color version of above. Ooh, wow. I love this. But do you think you could run some errands for me? Ugh, look at the blood running into the teeth. That is so gross, especially considering we saw when she pushed that cursed object into his mouth, we saw his eyes bleeding. Ugh. Yeah, and the blood running into the little teeth as well. That's just sad to me because I can only imagine the person's real face morphing into this and the blood just gushing from it. Gross. Gross. Okay, can anyone tell me what page is that guy on the wall from? Because I'm pretty sure I can check it on my... It is on Shonen Jump, right? Aha, Jujutsu Kaisen. What chapter was this? Wait, we can see actually. Chapter 56. Oh no, it would be chapter 57. I mean 55 then, because it was happening in the previous one. Wow, really seeing it page by page is so different. I really like the art style and everything. But damn, the colors in the anime make such a great... Okay, here it is, here it is. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, that would have been too much in the... I don't know if I'm allowed to show, but... I think they did a good job in the anime though. You want money? I don't have much, but I can take out a loan or something. The guy's face looks pretty contorted here. But I mean, I think that's normal considering his situation. Like... I have something from this episode you might love. I have no idea how to show you though. It is for the next episode. What do you mean? Episode 23. Okay, but I think my favorite thing here is I really like this. I really like to see this and the color version. I like the blue with the, because I know I bought some Koki pen stuff and I've been trying to color with it. I tried once, but I don't think I have the right paper. Although I did buy paper that says it's for that, but I don't know, it looks, when I look at other people's art, then it looks like they color in on watercolor paint paper. But anyway, so I just really like how you can see it's kind of colored in, and it just looks so cool. Anyway, let's move on to episode 23 called The Origin of Blind Obedience 2. It's a pic and I can't spoil tag from my phone in Discord. You can send it to me via DM. Just give me a second. Oh, but you could send this on Discord. It doesn't spoil anything. What do you guys think? Doesn't spoil anything, right? It compares manga, anime, and cosplay. Wow, look at that freaking man's eye. Can you focus, please? Focus. Focus. Doesn't want to freaking focus. Yeah, I don't think that spoils. Megumi really went off in episode 23. Indeed, he did. So let's quickly recap what happened in episode 23. The fight started off like, holy damn. It was the sound effects, and I don't remember here feeling like the music was overpowering it at all. I like that. I like that it was, the sound effects was where it was at. Made me feel like, you know, it was a fight and not a music video. So yeah, this was really cool. Just the choreography and sound effects. And Nobara as well. Damn, when she got taken into the wall and she was like, she sounded so calm. Don't worry about me. But I knew they were being too lax about these, I almost said dittos again, the diglets. This was pretty, I didn't so much, which means the real problem comes afterward. Here, something seemed, the slow motion seemed a little bit like too slow. And then, and then I'll be fine. That was cool. I think this was pretty badass. But then, I don't know. The slow motion, I don't know. But her final line was, although what I didn't really understand later, because we saw her get taken out and like almost immediately after Yuji goes out, but they didn't go out the same way. So that's why he defeated the monster and then the JoJo stripper noticed a presence going away, and then Yuji arrived after that. So they were running around after each other for a while he was fighting the other guy, right? Don't back down now. They are dittos that are pretending to be diglets. I forget. I just didn't want you guys to feel bad for not realizing that. Gege doesn't draw the girl's lewd to avoid the horniness, but then he makes Gojo. And fucking Megumi in this episode too. Love how you simultaneously agreed to the name to name that guy Jojo's stripper. Well, I don't know what else to call him. At least you knew who I was talking about. Okay, so then he left afterwards, and look at those freaking eyelashes. Pretty. Pretty. You see what I mean? Look at me objectifying men. I'm sorry, objectifying men's eyelashes. opening song, and then I didn't even immediately click that this monster thing looks so similar to that other monster. Some have already been absorbed by a cursed spirit. Sukuna's finger kept its power repressed, but back in June, when Sukuna manifested in Itadori, it released its cursed energy. Okay, I don't really understand. It's so, and this one's stronger, but I don't really understand how it's linked. Sukuna manifesting in Yuji and these two monster stuff. Will that be explained a bit more later, or should I think more about it now and try and understand it? Okay, this was him training with Gojo after the blah 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 baseball. And he was giving him advice. Look at those eyelashes. Oh. The first one also had a finger in it. But how is it linked to Sukuna manifesting in Yuji? From what I understood, Sukuna is like a trigger to other curses, maybe. Yes, because it attracts it, but his fingers were in both of those things. So how is it linked to him manifesting? Was it like when he manifested, his fingers became curses instead of just fingers, or what? Yes, I agree with you there, Basilisk. Basilisk says, I have to say this episode also had the put the icing on the cake, cause I am a sucker for good OSTs, but it didn't overpower the sound effects, but it was there, and I love that OST. Yes, I agree. Sometimes in the past, Jujutsu Kaisen's, the OST is awesome, but it overpowered the scenes for me sometimes, and here they utilized it well without it overpowering it. So I also agree this was very great in terms of audio, this episode. I think they used the word resonated, so they're linked in a way. So when he manifested himself, the fingers activated, you could say. Right. Maybe when Sukuna manifested, the curse that were sealed were activated. Yes, Cherry, I just hit that too. I agree. I think that it's well. You can resolve everything at the cost of your life, but at that point, forget about me. Dying to win and risking death to win are completely different. And then he snaps. He snaps, guys. Where's the smile? Where is the smile? Show me the smile. Sacred treasure, swing. And then he jumps back. That was the swing. Hey, you're right. He does mention that. I think it's just supposed to be that the curses absorbed the fingers and gave them a power up, but then when Sukuna gained his vessel, the curses with the fingers gained more power and gained that form. So activated. Sukuna activates his fingers. That sounds dirty only to me. Sacred treasure swing. Hisoka. Swing! Don't freaking mention that demon clown. The technique was released. What? Wait, let's see here. What did he say? Ugh. My demon dogs destroyed. Oh, the technique was released. And he swings. So this was maybe him. Yeah, that might be related to the whole blind obedience thing. Because blind obedience, it's blind. He doesn't even realize it. So maybe now he's starting to realize and break away from that blind obedience. I don't know. It could be that. What a waste of talent. Screw it. This felt so out of character to me. But not in a bad way. Not like, oh, that's out of character. It doesn't make sense. It's like, it's just out of character. He snapped. It does make sense, but this, it doesn't even look like him anymore, right? With that smile, because we're so used to, for 22 episodes, we see him in a certain way with his mouth only going that far wide, in a frown always, but then bam, these smiles. Holy crap. What did, with a strong foundation and a little bit of sense and imagination. Wasn't this a little bit of sense and imagination? Didn't he say, like, doesn't he say later that bad people lack this sense and imagination or something? How would you feel if the smile would become the normal for him? I don't know. I think it would be pretty cool. I like crazy boys. 11:37. But it's okay if it just is a side of him. He looks like Toyohisa from Drifters. Oh, yeah. A little bit of sense and imagination. The other one was empathy. So let me just quickly see here. 11:38. Sense and imagination. It just takes the slightest trigger to change a person. So this was the trigger. But I mean, considering his sister is... Wow, look at that. Chimera Shadow Garden. Wow, it's crazy to me. I don't like the side of him. No. Go back to normal. Go back to normal. That looks so angry and scary. But this was pretty awesome. Wait. This part. Wait. Come on. Bam! Wapow! That was cool. I like that smile. I like that smile there. Oops. Wait, go back. Wait, where did the smile go now? No. Was it there? There. I like this fish. This is a good fish. Other face was too scary. I think just seeing anime characters with that many defined teeth is just scary to me. I don't like it. I prefer this when their teeth is just one long straight line. And maybe one or two, like, you can't be with it. Wapow, whoosh. Whoa. You see when there's multiple teeth like that, it's like, whoa. That hit him right in the head. And then he melted. It's crazy what was happening here. But this was all within his domain, right? Or... And then he defeated it. And then Sukuna said... What did Sukuna say again? Bring back the subtitles, man. Good. I was amazed at Megumi when he fought, but I didn't love him. When he had that interaction with his sister, and then he apologized to her, and one could argue he was not in the wrong, but for that exact reason, it was so heartwarming that he still apologized to her. After that, I loved him and his sister. I thought this was awesome, but I was like, I loved him here when he was talking about bad guys and disliking bad guys. I was like, dude, I relate. I love you now. That's good. Huh. I liked all of this. Do you know what that is? I don't. It's, I won't kill you, so please don't kill me either. Like, that is the basis of modern society. Like, why should the rules exist? Why should laws exist? Why should this? Why should that? It's so that we can live and let live, and other people can live and let live. Otherwise, you could go outside at any point and someone could just kill you because that's nature. But I don't want to. We have a reason, so we make rules like, don't kill me, I won't kill you, you know? In order for both people to exist together, they need that rule. And having others trying... To me, I love that because it's like the rules have to be equal for everyone, right? And that's why it pisses me so much. So, how do I say this? Because he says here, you can replace the word kill for anything you please. The point is drawing a line where you agree not to infringe on the other person. But today's people are too often, you can't do that, but I'm going to keep doing it. And that pisses me off. If someone can't do something, then at least in general, that rule should count for everyone, right? Like, imagine there was a rule, you can't kill, but I can kill you if you do something I don't like. Like, that wouldn't be fair. Kind of the opposite of an eye for an eye, maybe. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Jujutsu Kaisen has a way of slipping in little wisdom like this. Even the Mekamaru thing, I was like, wow, facts. Yes, yes. I really like that as well. I love these life lessons. In order for both people to exist together, they need that rule. Breaking that rule, swaggering about, and having others trying not to anger you must have felt real pleasant. Swaggering about, this part, and having others trying not to anger you. Doesn't this sound like, it's so simple, Katie, today's society doesn't this sound like the whole cancel culture things? Having others trying not to anger you. Stepping around your words, being scared of saying the wrong thing in fear of being called this phobic or that phobic and being cancelled and whatnot. It must feel real good. Yeah, must have felt real pleasant. Next time you do it in front of me, I'll kill you. And then he says that. What did we ever do to you? Today's the day. I didn't really understand what was going on here because I was thinking of all of that. I tell off Ikezawa and his buddies. Oh, so those were the ones that were bullying these kids. But I might become their next target. I'm changing the line. You'd sell your friend out? Shut up. Isn't that Ikezawa and his... Oh, so these were the ones being bullied by those. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Cherry, stop copying my realizations. Like, the moment I realize something, you realize it too. I'm never afraid if I say something work. Remember the joke, why I love dark humor? Yes. Don't act like you're my guardian. I hate bad people. So this part I really related with when he said, I hate using the word hate, but I strongly dislike using the word hate, but I really... Why is someone calling me? The person from earlier is calling me. Hello? Hello? I think I got bot dialed. Did you bot dial me? You're just trying to throw me out of the crew again, aren't you? If anyone doesn't know why, it's because it's like children of... I'm just not gonna read that out loud. They act so damn superior when their empathy and their imagination are empty as a vacant lot. Oh, so previously at 11:38, he talked about, was it him or was it Gojo in that? But there was a line about sense and imagination, and now he said he hates bad people. They act so damn superior when their empathy and imagination are empty as a vacant lot. I can't deal with good people because they forgive those bad people. But I think I disagree with his concept of a good person here. It's obviously... They're calling me. Now they're video calling me. I'm not going to answer a video call. They're just drunk. And now my phone is buzzing. Stop it. What was I talking about now? Oh, I disagree with his concept of a good person, because obviously a bad person and a good person is a subjective a definition. But he says he can't deal with good people because good people forgive these bad people. But for me, a good person includes holding bad people accountable. And it doesn't sound like these good people do that. Then they view the act of forgiveness as a noble thing. No, that's bullshit. That's not a good person. But then he refers to his sister as being one of those people. But I think he's getting an actual good person mixed up with not really good people. Lol. And then she immediately, she's, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't think it would spill out. Like, she just wanted to throw him with a box, but then it actually burst and maced on him. A self-righteous person? I want to know more about the drunk person. It's kind of more interesting than the anime. It's... I don't know, I don't really want to talk about because it's like... personal... Not personal, but... I'll talk about it after the review, maybe. One parent each hooked up. So basically their parents sold them to the... or sold him. He's from the Zenin clan, a big clan among Jujutsu sorcerers. Your father was saving you as the ultimate card to use against this. So he sold them to the Zenin clan. But... especially your lack of tact, plus the irritating man stopped my sale. So Gojo stopped the sale to get financial aid from Jujutsu Kai to support us both. He used the promise that I would work as a Jujutsu sorcerer as collateral. So now, he didn't let him be sold to the Zenin clan, but he's making him work as a Jujutsu sorcerer because it sounds like the Zenin clan is a pretty shitty clan to be a part of, right? I love how good Gege is at drawing the personalities. Megumi looked so different here, and Sukuna looks so different from Yuji, even without the tattoos, and they have the same body. I get drunk a lot. I never call anyone. Mostly I talk to my dog, and she thinks, oh, my dad is stupid. No, this is the same person that one time when I was in university, they got drunk and they drove like 30 to 40 minutes from where they were working and got drunk to my flat or apartment. I was on the second floor and they broke into my apartment from the balcony, but I was sleeping in, because we were 3 girls, and my bedroom was there, and then there was a girl's bedroom here in the middle, and then there was another girl's bedroom at the farthest end. And then, I know, and then this person was meant to come visit me or something, and then they didn't. And I was like, I'm just gonna spend the night with my friend. And so we fell asleep in her room, and this person got drunk and broke in through my balcony, because I didn't lock my balcony door, because I thought, who the fuck's gonna break into my apartment? I was dumb though. It was very, very dumb. I just didn't think, like, because it was right out, there was at least security guard should be there, but the security guard saw him break in and was laughing at him. So fucking wonderful. Anyway, so this person broke into my room, but then they saw I wasn't there, and then they walked to my friend's room and knocked on the door, and I remember waking up and seeing them in the doorway, and I got like almost died of scared. But and eventually I ended up dating them. Girls and their dumminess. But no, they're a good person. They were a good person, I guess. Kind of. Certain parts of them anyway. Because I dropped out and they said that I could stay with them because I didn't want to go back home at the time. And we ended up dating for like a year until I realized that this is a very toxic relationship and this person doesn't really give a fuck about me as a person. And then I had to come back home after finishing my studies at the time, yeah. And now, we didn't talk for a couple of years. And Hanku knows, by the way, that I'm talking to this person because recently they reached out and was like, hey, what's up? I was like, hey, what's up? But they only talk to me when they're drunk. So, good person breaks into your house. Lemea, the story would make a good anime. It probably would. I live by the ideology, I should say. Forgiving is not forgetting. When you hold someone accountable for his actions is something that I agree on. When doing that, you also give them the chance to change. If he changes, I'm willing to forgive what he did because I want to concentrate on his future. That doesn't mean I'm forgetting what he did, but if it makes up for his bad behavior, I'm totally good with it. Yes, I just feel like holding people accountable is good for you and for them. Because if you don't hold people accountable, they don't learn. Or they learn the wrong thing. I say Hanku have to break his Nico kneecaps. Nah, Hanku is not worried because he doesn't need to be worried. But this person was, before we dated, a pretty interesting friend, a pretty interesting person. So I like talking to them sometimes. But yeah, they only really talk to me when they're drunk, so. But I don't care because it doesn't bother me because I'm not hung up on them or something. Like, how do I say? For months they don't have to talk to me and I don't care because I'm not hung up on them. But if they do get drunk and talk to me, I'm like, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So whatever they do, it doesn't faze me whether they talk to me or not. Clearly they might be working through some stuff, so. Oh, look at little Toshi, guys. I'm just gonna show you. Oh, Toshi. What else happened? Beautiful visual there about his sister. What else? So wake up already, Baka Aniki. And then in the end, Yuji arrives and the guy freaks out about his back and attacks. And this does give me Tokyo Ghoul vibes with the eyes. Definitely. Hey, Yoda God Kappa. My message felt totally out of place because of the convo. No, it's fine, it's fine. It's me that was talking about, not the anime. But I don't have much more to say about the episode, so let's read some comments. LeMayo, not all three of them going out of their way to ruin Megumi's love life. Oh my god, Gojo and that Jujutsu stroll, we are eating good today. Also, Megumi's domain, that was amazing. Top tier animation as always. The episode was still good even if the show is about to end. What do you mean? What do you mean the episode is still good even if the show is about to end? Like, usually the final couple of episodes are some of the best episodes in almost every single anime because it's the climax. Gojo literally radiates embarrassing dad energy and Jujutsu Sampo just really confirmed that. Rip all of the Diglets that got murdered. You mean Ditto's that made them look like piglets. Kella is a good girl. Hanku has only to fear 2D guys. That is true. Megumi really just soloed a special grade. Damn, man. Really said, fuck it, let me get my plot boost real quick. He felt kind of evil for a sec there. Turns out all Megumi needed to break his limits was a little change in his mindset. That domain but it wasn't just the change in his mindset. It was his sister's life that was at stake here, so. The way she handled getting sucked into a wall was actually kind of badass. Very badass. Can I have a violin lesson with Megumi-chan and his teacher? Yes, please. Me too. I don't have a violin, but maybe I could borrow yours. Play your violin. Yup, 2D men. They will be the death of me. Not just men though, girls too, but them boys with the eyelashes like girls though. No! Wait, I need to screenshot this. Okay, now the subtitles need to go away again. Oof, I'm hungry. Who's so pretty? And it's my favorite colors too. Pastel pink and blue and purple. Fuck. Freaking eye. Why is this eye so pretty? Which makes me want to drool. He has like the whole world in the ocean in his eyes. The sparkles too. Why did they have to? Why? Ew, no, that put me off. Like, gross. Like, what are you, big baby? Surprised Mira wasn't around for this Gojo moment. His owl have to fight so many strong opponents and it didn't only survive. She got a twin brother now. Where is the snake? Huh? Where? Tell you where it died. I'm episode after I saw it. Can we talk about how she gets sucked into a random hole so often? She better not walk the streets alone at night. How many times has it happened? I remember it happening one other time though. Oh, we also got pizza. I'm gonna go get it afterwards. Meanwhile, Katie Cat's thinking she radiating embarrassing mom energy. I agree, she DM'd me to watch. So yeah. This was almost, like, it was probably a 9.5, 9 to a 9.5 episode. I knew Cherry was gonna say 10 out of 10. The character development was amazing. I feel like they've been building Megumi's character towards this moment. I loved his expressions. That one look wasn't pretty at all, and the stark contrast to Megumi's usual chill face was brilliant. I also liked the bit of comedy, Yuji's Nan Kagomen. It felt appropriate even during the serious fight. Yes, because it was its placement. Yeah, totally. I would give it probably a 9.5, but let me just score it. I can't give the story a 10 yet, only because I feel like I still have so many questions in this. Like, I usually my 10s are reserved for when I get that feeling of satisfaction and completion. That sounded so dirty. But I'm gonna give it a 9.5. Elizabeth says 10 for me too. Megumian for the visuals that are great. Soto says 8 out of 10. Darshila says 9.3. No, I didn't, Katie. It's just you. Wait, what is me? Characters, I would say another 9. I'm going to give it 9.4. Visuals, 9.5 or 9.45, 9.45, 9. Audio, 9.4, and enjoyment, I'm just gonna go 9.4 again. So it's overall 9.4 from me. Vert gives it a 9 for 9 for me. Great episode, but I probably won't remember it later as one of the best episodes or anything. It's not like, because the reason is, you know, this anime sets its own standards for itself and has to live up to or surpass those standards. And this was great, but I mean, it wasn't Gojo's domain expansion episode, you know? That was on another level. This was 9.4, but it wasn't 10 out of 10 for me, just because it doesn't measure up to the other 10s that I've given, I feel. I'm so hungry right now, so I'm so happy they're doing this arc in this season. I was sure that the season would end after the school event arc. This arc has two of my personal favorite moments. Let's quickly look at the manga panels, and then I can go get some food. I just got a craving for banana bread. Chimera Shadow Garden. Oh wow, this looks better in the manga. Whoa, look at his face. This looks better in the manga, I have to say, admit. I prefer this here, especially this part, the top part, splash, and then because of this, the dark, look at these birds popping out, like, what? Those especially, I think this looks better here for me. Okay. Whoa! And here's the frogs. I like the anime faces more than the manga faces more than the anime faces. The anime faces scare me a little. Vasilisk also says, 10 out of 10 for me. As I said, the fight and all was amazing and Megumi shined. I felt that satisfaction though when I saw the backstory of him and his sister. Rather than cursing someone, I would like to spend it to those I love. And as I said, the fact that he apologized even though he felt about his sister as a good person wasn't something so bad, but then he understood his sister's kindness, I should say, was very heartwarming. What the... What? No, I'm... I don't... I don't know if I wanna... Why is the voice cool? I mean, why is the video cool? Why is not the voice cool? Hallo?
Hey.
Wat doen jij?
John, ja.
Ek livestream.
Je wat?
Ek livestream op Twitch.
Maar ik zie niet.
Wat bedoel je, sien my nie? O, daar's ek.
Hey.
Ja, want ek kan nie, ek antwoord en dan druk jy dood en dan bel jy 100 keer.
100 keer?
Wel, dat was dus 5 keer.
Amper.
Oké, maar waar is jy?
By die huis.
Wanneer het jy gedrink?
Wat? Het ek gedrink?
Wat?
Ja, dan gaan jy weg.
Ja, ek wil net 'n video wees op my foon nie. Dit is so op unflattering angle.
Glad nie.
Ja, dit is.
Kort maar.
Ek gaan nie wegkruip. Hier is ek.
Stream jy?
Ja, ek stream op Twitch.
En almal sien jy wat jy nou sê.
Ja.
Okay, ga jy my later bel?
Ek gaan eers soos 4 uur klaarmaak.
Spoor te sê ja.
Okay. As jy wakker is.
Ja, ek gaan wees.
Okay. Praat dan later.
Okay, Carvalho.
Okay, Kyle. Bye.
Mokso.
Drunk. I don't even know. He says me to call him at 4. Khan slop. She's like Ron Burgundy Vase. Whatever you type into the prompter, she will read it. Also, hello Panda. Oh wait, you said Kyle. Is this your gender when Cherry speak to you? What? No, he's the reason why I don't like it when I didn't like it when Cherry called me Kyle, because that is the Kyle I think of when I hear Kyle. But yeah, he's crazy and drunk. And the only reason why I even, cause the first thing I think of when something like this happens, I'm just like, damn, I can't wait to tell Hanku. And that's why he doesn't worry about shit like this, is because whenever something happens, the first thing I do is tell him. Even if it's like the most insignificant thing, it will sit there in my head because, and I always tell him this, I would want to know. I would want to know. And I don't want to see it by accident. Like, that shit pisses me off. If you don't, like, tell me up front. If someone texted you from 10 years ago or whatever, or if anything, even other things, but I want to know. I don't want to find out accidentally later, because then it's like, why didn't you tell me? So, that's why I always do the same for him. There's this thing at the end of this fight that I feel like might be a thing. It looked like Megumi and his demon dog comes out of the shadow of the curse. I think it looks more like that in the manga than the anime, but I can't tell. Kayla reads my message, then she says, what the fuck? No, I read it out loud twice, I think. I totally understand, and yes, I think I didn't pay as much attention to that as you did, because it feels like maybe on some personal level you relate to that specific scene and quote. But it is very beautiful, with that interaction between sister. Anyway, back to the, sorry for all the, even though the drama, the face is great. Love that face. Where was I? This was video, I mean, link number 3. Whoa! Oh, I see what you mean here with the coming out of the shadow. He also mentioned something about the shadow in the anime, didn't he? Maybe that's part of his domain expansion. Coming out of the shadow of things. Even divine dog's claws hurt it. Stabbing you when you're not paying attention is no trouble. And then I'm tired. Wow, he looks so beat up there. There's blood coming out of his ears, guys. Manga looks a lot better here. I always love shadow powers, but they often look better in black and white manga than in color anime. I agree. He did the shadow thing with the weapons before. When was that? Maybe that's just part of his powers then. One, two, three, four. Oh, hey, here's the part of the manga. It happened shortly after I became a third year. Tsukimi was cursed. Identity unknown. Origin unknown. Multiple cases nationwide. All we knew was that we didn't know anything. Tsukimi still sleeps. Oh wow, I really love the phrasing in the manga. He definitely has a concussion, vomiting and bleeding from the ears. You know, Vert, you often say things that are so sarcastic. I heard that as sarcastic, and then I was like, wait, no, that's actually not sarcasm. Will you read the manga after Jujutsu Kaisen ends? Well, I think I have the... Didn't I buy... Yes, I bought volume 2, 3, and 4. So I will be reading it. But I want to collect a lot of it first. He learned to store weapons in his shadow in the Kyoto exchange. Now it seems he stored himself in it. Oh. I didn't even realize or remember that. And then you looked. Oh, this character looks so much better in the anime. I'm gonna ask him where's his girlfriend, because I'm bothered now. Like, I remember what drunk him was like, and I had to take care of him, and I'm like, dude, call your girlfriend. Having a good day watching Kayla, Panda. Hope you also have a good day. Poor Vert, thrown into the same pool as Sotos, never taken seriously. I just said that scene touches me more because I have an older sister and I'm the younger brother. Thankfully, my sister is not cursed or anything. Yeah. Thank goodness. This just looks so bad. Look at that. Look at that butt though. Like, it's so flat. Ugh, and that back. Glorp. Glorp. It's glorp. Glorp. Sorry. The knee-high boots and the butt floss. No like this manga panel. It's kind of chilly now. Oh, guys, look at this. Oh, look at how she's sleeping. She's so cute. The booty, I'm in. This reminds me of the JoJo episode. Which one? The butt wouldn't be my first concern. Okay, did we score the episode? Did I score it? Pretty sure I did, right? 9.4, yes. So 8.4 for episode 22. 9.4 for episode 23. And I'll be watching the finale next week, Saturday. So yeah, I will see you then. The don't look at my back episode. Oh, yeah, I remember now. I thought you meant because of the butt. The butt and the thong made you think of JoJo's. I was like, when did that? Below the first panels, there are some colored colored covers. Okay. Sorry, I missed that. I'm so hungry. This is the color version of the volume. Ooh. On this side, is this that, he looks, who, is that, what's his name, Mahito. That's Mahito and the guy, but Mahito looks so different there. And then here is Gojo and the guy who died. Isn't it the guy who died? I don't know. Oh, this is also, oh, I love this. Oh, look at Megumi. I want to give him a head pat. It looks here like Sukuna has his hands around Megumi's neck and Mahito has his hands around Yuji's neck. Oh no, buffering. And then okay, I'm just gonna end it because the KBS is jumping up and down. So thank you guys for watching with me both episodes and listening to my review. For those of you that are here live, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for hearing my review, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts. If you want to watch the finale with me, just subscribe or follow me on Twitch. It will be sub-only chat, but you can still watch my reaction. So yeah, that will be next week, Saturday. The stream usually starts around 8 or 8:30 p.m. South African Standard Time, and then there's like 1 hour of chill and chat, and then we'll watch the episode. So maybe around like 9 or 9:30 p.m. South African Standard Time. So, thank you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.